With you my mind is clear. Lo 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 lo, hear me at hello. Lo 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 lo, hear me at hello. Lo 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 lo, hear me at hello.
I'm starring in this drama. Baby, you know I'm not getting over you. Baby, you know I'm not getting over you. Hey, I'm starring in this drama because of you.
Good morning. It's a beautiful day after some torrential rain at the Australian Mixed Ultimate Championships Division 2 in beautiful Beenleigh, Queensland. We have a very juicy semi-final matchup here. Blob from Melbourne against Mr. Worldwide crosstown rivals.
So both teams out of Melbourne didn't face each other at Victorian Championships, so we haven't got any sort of head-to-head reference at the moment. Blob finished second place at that tournament. Mr. Worldwide, they came in ninth of that tournament. They copped a pretty rough matchup in the round of 16, so ended up having to be the best of the rest. But I don't think that ranking really suited them. But obviously now that we're at the championships, both in the top 4. So Simon Talbot here with Avril Tam, and we're running with abbreviated games. We had a lengthy weather delay to open up the morning. When everyone turned up to the fields, we had torrential rain, we had lightning. So there's a lot of sitting around wondering. But we are rolling with games, 60-minute time slots, fast and furious.
Yeah, so it might be a question of which team can get out the fastest. I think just touching on the Victorian Championships and regional qualifications, a very different roster for Mr. Worldwide as well. I think some players unavailable having played at the Asia Oceanic Championships. So there's some changes here and a good bolster to the roster for Mr. Worldwide.
So Mr. Worldwide playing in the white jerseys, so their path to the final. So far in pool play, they took care of Adobo 13-10. Defeated Southern Hills Summit, who have also made semis 13-8. So that could be a little preview for the final. They beat North Brisbane Ultimate 13-4 and Pie Wagon second slice 13-7. And then other cross-team rivals, Adley's Eshays 13-6 in the that was in the round of 16. Yep. And then quarterfinal this morning, they took care of Hills Summit 13-7.
And same as the first pool goes up from Mr. Worldwide, Blob to get going on offense. Nice floating pool. Received by Vazquez. Flores cuts under. Upfield. Oh, and a D already. Early days.
Mark the Shark getting involved. Twang Thong knocking that one away.
And a very short field to work with as well. So prime opportunity for Worldwide to get up a break here.
So vertical stack here from Mr. Worldwide. Pretty basic ultimate.
Isolated, but centres a disc instead. Middleton. A nice around break. That's to Liddell, but a little bit too far. And Flores goes quickly. Searching for her receiver in Yoshida.
Having a log look at the end zone. Plenty of space available for whoever wants it.
Dump back to Vasquez. Everyone now upfield, a lovely inside shot and a beautiful score to Ward. That is Blob. First point on the board.
So a dirty hole to open up. They were, I'd say, a little bit too complacent with their throws early on, which allowed Twang Thong to get his hands on that block, but much tidier, cleaner, sharper throws on that next possession.
Thought Woodward were going to convert there with that short field, but just a little under throw.
Well, break chances are probably going to come few and far between these first couple of points. We think they'll probably mostly trade, but I see this game becoming a real shootout in the back half. I think once each team has about 4 or 5 on the board and a bit comfortable work each other out, they'll start to really open up space and take shots.
And it's really beautiful weather. You know, after the torrential rain, some wind early in the weekend, it's nice and still. So I'm not surprised that we'll be seeing some long options and very clean ultimate.
We are up to 21 degrees, the thermometer says, but I'd disagree with that. I'd say it's probably mid-20s at the moment, but the humidity is up. And as a Victorian from the southern end of Australia, I'm not quite enjoying it. I don't know how you're going, Avril, being from the west.
Yeah, I'm much more used to the dry heat, so this humidity is not quite my comfort zone. But either way, the teams, they'll just have to deal with the conditions as best as they can, and they've dealt well with the delayed start to today.
No real breeze to speak of either.
And Lewis now in the centre field, marked by Sullivan. Van Berkel makes the cut, but all of them are covered. Storm must be rising. Wide shot, Van Berkel comes to the rescue. Oh, an intercept by Blob. They're off to the races with a 1-2. Copland with Lowry. On this close sideline, centres. And Blob just trying to work out their offense. They've got a nice stack too low. That one for Lipari.
What we're seeing here is two teams that have assembled for this tournament. They don't quite have the chemistry you'd expect.
Yeah, a lot of the teams having played split gender across a few different clubs. So perhaps the strategy not quite as smooth as some of the guys have been training together for a while. And a nice shot upfield, a long shot, goes up. There's almost defended there, but well read, well shaped, and well done. Mr. Worldwide get on the board.
Hudson did everything he could there. He was beaten to the position by Isaac Hale. And, of course, he didn't really have much time to go around him, so he thought, well, you know what, I'm just going to go early, stick the hand up, and hopefully distract Hale. But Hale unfazed by that. Ready for it to float down.
Yeah, after getting stuck early, they end up on that far side wing and have some nice continuation and flow. So the continuation timing of their cuts, very nice there, and did really well to just preserve that space, make sure the defender was behind him, and allowed that disc just to fall into the lap in the end.
I think Mr. Worldwide's biggest challenge is going to be getting that first pass going. As we said, this is a team that hasn't spent, they've pretty much been assembled just for this tournament, but some very experienced hands on there who play senior club championship ultimate usually. But so once they're in flow, they've got enough understanding of the game to be able to find space, create space. But Blob has just got to be that little bit more organised on the stop disc. So it's going to be getting those first two passes off that's going to be their challenge.
Kelly, captain of the team, up to Vasquez, a nice inside lane. So Blob favouring that inside break look at the moment. And just across to Kelly, has to go outstretched hands. So under provided downfield, but he looks further afoot again. That inside break flick coming trumps, and a big shot. And easy as you like, a very efficient Blob score by Brad Reeves.
Blob really stretching out the defence there, forcing them to cover the entire field, and very few players on the planet can do that. So as I spoke about, Mr. Worldwide, their challenge is getting those first passes or two going away. But for Blob, it's just going to be about identifying which is the 1v1 matchups that we can play through. And I think it took them a couple of passes to work it out, but they spotted out Brad Reeves, had marked up by Twang Thong, who handy player, but he's been out of the game for a long time. This is his first major tournament back in a number of years. He's formed a run club in Melbourne, so he's does marathons for fun now. But
brave, very brave. So the short sprinting may be a little bit different to his usual marathon rhythm. But I have to say, Mike Kelly and Susie Vasquez, those inside flick shots open up the entire field.
Of course, quite a number of the Blob team from Chile Ultimate Club, but a wedding at last weekend prevented a lot of them from going with the Chile club to the Division 1 tournament. So gave themselves a consolation prize with this weekend away.
Just extending the wedding party.
This is the honeymoon.
Yeah, it's
so side stack here. They're isolating one or two cutters.
Very far away. A poach opens up the swing. Oh,
Yeah,
my
just the
inside
time
shot just got stuck inside the fingers.
Just the timing between the handles and the cutters is just a little bit off.
Osman together with Copland. Just swinging around now to Bradley on this close sideline. There's not much movement because
Pick
there's
call.
a pick. Disc is in. Bradley searches for the inside snatch just in front by Ward, and that's an arcing bladey flick.
Another miscommunication there. I think Ward and Copland had different ideas of how that pass was going to turn out.
There was space, but I don't think Copland realised that the disc was heading in that direction.
So side stack again. You see Kata Yoshida has just stuck herself out. She's got the one out with Abby Liddell, but then I would expect Liddell to clear out and another cutter to attack from somewhere, possibly from Middleton from left of screen once we're back to the wide shot.
In fact, Middleton makes the first cut, but you can see that bracket defence by Blob just sagging in the lanes there, so not much meters. And a high shot, but well received by Van Berkel. He's looking for a centre option, but Osman has that covered, so in the end, sneaks one through. And that's a high shot. Van Berkel getting a disc to it, but I think her teammate manages to get the second bid. They say play on.
Ash Evans with the awareness.
Pick call.
We'll see a lot of these today. There's going to be fairly, we'll call it improvised cutting, no real game plan as such, so expect a lot of tangling to happen.
I'm not surprised with this kind of brackety defence as well. So not quite an honest match per se, but just guarding space and then the player as a priority second. Tapped in. Evans comes across. Reeves.
Middleton just doing what he wants at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not sure that the defence have quite...
Let's switch that match up now.
Oh, and Yoshida almost a sniff on Liddell. A hammer over the top. She's looking for Lewis. Oh, and just outbid there by the shorter Sullivan.
Sullivan saw the wind up of the throw there, knew it was heading to her player, so started doubling back immediately. Was able to make a clean play on it in the end.
Copland starts with just as a horror set up. It's 2 cuts coming deep. Osmond comes under. Just working it out to this close sideline now. A big shot goes up. Yoshida in the space. Sullivan in the space. Oh, and Liddell gets some hits on. No call.
Yoshida wouldn't be out of place on a women's AFL game. She's so physical. She gets herself involved in so many contests, but just bounces up immediately from so much physical ultimate, just plays through it.
Would have been worth a discussion. There was a little bit of contact.
Oh, look, I would not have been.
They're happy for this level, then all good.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised if there was a foul call, but Yoshida, I think, said, well, you got to it first. I'm happy to let that one go.
Evans with a big shot.
Oh,
this
Lord.
one's going to come close to the sideline, but Liddell is tracking it well. She catches it just out of bounds.
Good on her for tracking that down, not worrying too much about where her feet were. Just said, I'll get possession. Someone will be watching my feet.
Copland swinging it across. Goes up to Ward. Now upfield to Copland, who goes a long option. Sullivan's in the space. Lewis chasing, but Sullivan just boxes it out and pulls down a score for Blob.
Lots of hectic cutting there, and that's good. So teams that was a horizontal stack. It may not look like one, but what players, once you've got enough years under the belt of playing, you don't necessarily stand in the stack. You don't necessarily return to it. You just identify that that's the space that's sort of neutral, no man's land. I'll come back there when I'm not really moving, but they're still moving around anyway, keeping defenders engaged to not let them peel off for those deep shots. Keep it one-on-one contest. So you can you'll see a lot of that players will just sort of be motoring around, not really committing to cuts. But Sullivan, she ran in about 3 circles first, and then once I think Ward, she identified this. She said, "Clap in the power position," and just took off immediately. And Copland, not afraid of a huck. Like he's quite bored by 10-metre throws and would rather not do that. And so I think that his teammates know that, yeah, if he's looking like, as soon as he takes that up the line cut, well,
you're in play.
If he sees a dark jersey ahead of a light jersey, he will send it.
So long game on, and that was actually the first break of this game. So Blob getting up early here. Worldwide with all the work to do is Carpenter with the disc on the far sideline. Blob have set a zone here, so looking to slow Worldwide down. Carpenter, there's a little bit of a trip and play on. A nice swing across. Not too many mini stands. There's a close bid by Flores and another close bid by Kelly, but that exposes the zone now as they work their way up quickly. Carpenter, that one was a spicy throw. Just too much juice on that one for Liddell.
There's a lot of that posturing, positioning against the zone that the offensive team will just be happy to dish around. But as soon as the defensive team starts taking more risks, taking more bids, then you see the attacking team just go, right, gaps have opened up. We've got the numbers now, and just go for it.
They worked it up really quickly. A nice chain of possession. Just a little rush on that last throw by Carpenter.
So we can see they've got a deep vertical stack set. You can see Lipari at the front here who will try and isolate, but he's double covered at the moment. So Brad Reeves is the unguarded player at the moment. Let's see what he can do with this.
Liddell looks like she's going to make the initial cut. Sorry, again. And Lipari just working in the dump set with Kelly at the moment. So Worldwide have done well to drive Blob back. Hammer over the top. Lands in the lap of Reeves. And Reeves goes a big shot, crossfield. Is that one going to stay in? Oh, but well defended. There's going to be a chat.
So Caleb Liu came in very hot there. Hudson having to go early, and my prediction of this call is that Liu will be saying that would have been out of bounds regardless, so I don't think the contact that I made would have affected the outcome there. Oh no, it's gone up early.
They both landed in bounds?
Yeah, so Hudson would have landed in bounds. That's a close one.
Yeah, it's whether or not this slight shoulder...
He's gone early. They've gone into each other.
Yeah, so they've got, interesting,
Yeah.
Carluck's gone the left and Hudson's gone the right
Yep.
arm, and then the shoulder contact is almost like an offsetting.
Yeah, they've converged on each other. I'd call that incidental contact, but I think it'll go back. Seems the right outcome. We've obviously got the benefit of being able to look at that frame by frame thanks to the production team here, but players have to just go on their memory, of course. The game advisor there offering perspective, but he doesn't make a ruling. It's up to the players to make the decision. So feels like the right outcome there. Too close to call.
Yeah, and as we said, no win to speak of, so both teams happy to take the big shots, long options.
That is not where Reeves was. They've got a free 10 metres here.
And an easy upline cut to Kelly settles the score for Blob as they consolidate that break to go up 4-1.
And of course, the Division 2 championships there's no restrictions on entering, so any team's eligible to come, provided they've been to a state championships. And so what you'll see sometimes is teams that form just to come to these tournaments, so pick-up teams, as we call them in Ultimate. And it's funny when you sort of talk to them on Friday, what are your intentions here? They sort of get a bit cagey, like, oh, we're here just to have fun, see what happens. And I was chatting, I'll leave you my name for now, chatting with someone from Blob the other day. Said, yeah, we're just sort of, enjoying ourselves. And I said, that's because you haven't been in a losing position, mate. And he's just gone, actually, yeah, you're right. So the fact, Mr. Worldwide will definitely be taking that kind of attitude into this game. But for the first time this tournament, they're down 4-1. We're going to see them start to lock in now.
Yeah,
you can guarantee it.
Oh, for sure. And
they won't admit it, but I'm saying it.
Well, winning is having fun, right?
That's it.
Part of the charm of Ultimate is that, you build a community and you're playing with your friends.
Yeah.
And, that's really what it's all about, no matter, which division you're playing, which tournament you're playing in. It's all about getting around each other. And pull received by Worldwide. Nice undercut provided by Patterson, but opts instead. This one's going to be sneaky over the top, but Wong intercepts. So Blob with another chance to break here. Vazquez, Wish in the dump space. Alex Valauri reaches up high. Oh, and a nice piercing shot, but Patterson gets a block back. And Worldwide again with a chance on offense.
Well, I want to keep the disc moving. They don't want to let Blob settle on D.
It looks like they've converged to match now. So he's pointing, but Grass says, no, I want it this side. Patterson sliding down with the grab. Good control. Rapid fakes, that's a high one, but Middleton's there. And a hammer over the top, asking a bit much of Grass. So just a couple of loose throws here from Mr. Worldwide, letting Blob in too easily. So vertical stack, just Copland back, but Vazquez now in support. Oh, moves upfield, just too casual that one, but Scrat's picked up. Big shot goes up from Variety, searching for Wish. She's got to look over her right and her left, but cannot locate the disc.
Isaac Hale with the intercept.
Quickly up to Middleton. All the cutters are still behind the disc. They have to work hard to move it up. So Patterson there, lots of pivoting.
Again, Middleton kind of doing what he wants here.
Yeah, pointing, and Liu goes looking up for Middleton, but Lewis out the back.
The old diversion cut.
Forces defender to go up early.
Now, well done by Lewis there. She saw out of the hand that disc was to Middleton, but she saw him going early and think, you know what, I'm just going to hang back here just in case. So you can see her, she's in that deep space already. She draws her, starts drawing her defender away back towards the centre of the field. Then the shot goes up. Her defender goes in. You see her just head out the back, just going, I'm just going to be plan B here.
Yeah, I think Vasquez caught disc watching there, thinking she had a bid, but it's really hard in mix when you've got the tall boys as well.
But Vasquez going in forces Middleton to go early.
Yes.
Like, he has to go in and make the play earlier than would have liked, just because there's defensive pressure there.
See the mascot for the Blob, the Blobfish there, supervising the scoreboard. And Blobfish will be liking what he sees or she sees or they see. Blob up 4-2 at the moment in control.
So we are 20 minutes into this game, 60-minute time slot, so shorter than normal. Yeah, I think on a normal day I'd usually say a lead of 5 can just about wrap it up, but I think today a lead of 3 I think is probably almost too hard to mount a comeback in such a short space of time. So if Blob can put this one in, it's going to put Mr. Worldwide in a lot of trouble. They want their break to either happen now or on the next defensive one if they want to be a hope here.
Yeah, and Blob's offense just looking too smooth. There's a hammer by Kelly.
Oh,
Goes
what a
straight
crack.
into the chest of Yoshida. And Blob pulling out all the party tricks after a week-long party.
Yoshida had the drop position of that disc almost immediately after the throw. She just went straight there. Didn't try and track it in there. Just went straight there. Go, this is where it's landing. Got herself propped it and to force Liddell to have to do the work. Up she goes. Nice clap catch. Great shot by Mike Kelly there. So 5-2. You can see a bit of the body language of the Blob there, up and about. They're enjoying things. Obviously, a lot of them compete together regularly. Mr. Worldwide, there is a core group of them that do play together at Albert Park League in Melbourne in Division 1 there. So this team's an extension of that crew. But once you've obviously, it's that chemistry thing we talked about. Talent alone will only get you so far in a tournament. It's the reps together that ends up making the difference. Just those little 1% of knowing who's going to go when, who likes to do what.
Yes, exactly. We saw a couple of, like you say, miscommunication errors and just some, I guess, hesitation on, timing, are you going there? Are you going there? Am I clearing? Are you clearing? Yeah.
The handlers have a plan. The cutters have the plan. It's not the same plan.
Yes. That classic behind the disc and in front of this connection, but they're going to try and
So look at this. The stack's 20 metres away.
Yeah, so Lewis moves it up, a single-hander grab there by Liu. And fakes a long. Lewis is completely unmarked. So goes the easy upfield to Liddell. And there's a lot of pointing because there's a completely isolated player. I think that's Jenkins there to Lewis. Lewis sliding with the knees to the ground on the doorstep.
Very crowded.
It's very messy at the moment. People's bodies everywhere in the end zone. But Liu leaps up and makes short work of that offensive hold.
And that was Lewis's last option there. She would have been up to about 7 or 8 seconds in the count. Obviously have to get rid of it by 10. So they're lucky to stay just in touch, but they need a break now because half's at 7. If Blob nail this one in, that's like almost completely out of reach by then. And again, with the team with sort of a loose structure, you sometimes need a leader to be the one to rally and say, right, I'm going to be the one to say, right, we're doing this, we're changing. Again, we go back to that sort of the casual pick-up team. Sometimes there's a little bit of sort of social, I don't want to be the one to start taking this seriously. I don't want to be the first one to say this. But then there can be that quiet moment of like, we're all thinking it, but no one's said it yet.
That's
you know.
Right. Someone's just got to stand up and make that call,
But yeah, the way around it is to make the play. You get on the field, you make the big defensive play that lifts everyone else up, and then they go, oh, okay, that's what we're doing now. That's what's happening. So this is the point where someone needs to make that play if we're going to see a close game. Chuck Lee on the field.
It's a good pull.
I'm backing him in. He's our guy.
Yeah. Lots of float pressure on the first pass already as the defender's set. Moves it up to White. Wong's striking up line, but she doesn't like the look. Oh, that's just a miss throw there. So this is a prime opportunity for Worldwide if they're going to come back in this game.
You can see just that 5% list intensity from Worldwide, putting pressure on everything.
Middleton So again, all the cutters coming at the same time. That's going to be a bobble and a chat.
Yep. Lipari bumping into Lucian Lee, who's called that immediately and said, look, that was right as I was clapping on it.
Yeah, it did look like his shoulder kind of went through the shoulder. Had to reach around.
Yep.
I don't think he could have avoided body contact making that bid. So yeah, it's interesting because they set the stack, it was, end zone play, and then they had everyone going at the same time.
Yep.
And, we see that in a coordinated flood play. Everyone floods to the sideline. They've got the one person coming straight towards you. I don't think that was a coordinated.
No.
I think that was a bit of a stroke of luck, so to speak.
So both players believing they're in the right here. Our game advisors there just facilitating the conversation. Contested.
So go back to Middleton.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully this gives...
I mean, in my mind, not really the correct outcome there, but that's what the players agreed to.
Well, hopefully this gives a chance for Worldwide to tidy things up. You can see they said, come back into the stack, come back into the stack.
Lee being the one, he's taking charge, going, right, this is what's happening here, team. Look at that, much tidier.
Oh, and then everyone goes the same side. So he has to throw a Storm 9 hammer and two receivers go for it. So again, just that miscommunication and lack of coordination, shooting themselves in the foot. Kelly gets going. He's going to be looking for a long option. Oh, stifles it to the head of Wong. They now take a breath.
Copland heading downfield.
Yeah, cutters are very far back at the moment. So Lipari. And Lipari goes a big hammer looking for White, but Patterson in the way and just causes enough movement to deter that catch.
Just that change of the air pressure around the desk that a big swipe. I don't think there's any science that backs that, but it works often enough for me to believe in it.
So vert stack, cutters moving both break and open side, but Mickael there.
Players wide open everywhere at the moment.
Yeah, they're playing a bit of a junky set on defense, which opens up some short field plays. Oh, that's just a missed throw by Liu.
Lee just putting too much on that one. That's a huge let out for Blob. They were in all sorts there.
Yeah, throws away the gloves, doesn't want those anymore. Kelly got a long option, but electing for the dump to Copland. Blob need to reset their stack or reposition their stack. The par on the far side.
Lucian Lee looked upfield for too long. Really could have made a play on that.
Yeah, Kelly, that's a nice inside shot. Zippy, and another one zips up to number 44, Brad Reeves in the end zone. Blob finally get the job done on that break. That's
the second goal for Reeves, and that's a hole for Blob, but not done comfortably. So Worldwide have sort of found 5%. They still need to find at least another 10%, but it's the converting the breaks is going to be, I think, be the story of the game. We've seen two breaks so far. Both teams have had plenty of opportunities of breaks, but Blob's the only one converting it. So 6-3 the score.
And I think the Worldwide defense have done well to deter some of those longer options.
Yep.
I feel like earlier in the game, Blob were just freely hucking it and getting meters gained, but they did well to at least prioritise those deep spaces and make them work
Force
those
a change.
unders.
Yep. Yeah. That's what you want to do with your team-based defense at times. It's like if we can force the other team to abandon plan A, then it's like, right, we've now got chances to get blocks and force them to play something else.
Yeah, I just want to make them feel a little bit uncomfortable, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you're not going to outright block, but making them go to the second or third look is going to go a long way, but I hope Mr. Worldwide haven't left it too late here to make a charge. Yoshida with the pull. That's an arcing outside in, goes over the 10, over the whole sideline, and just out of bounds. So, went out basically at at the end zone line.
So end zone play, Caleb Liu with the disc. You can hear the defense all shouting now.
And a very far away, so Lewis having to jink and jive there, but not enough time to get free. Cross field to Lewis. Oh, she does well to keep that trapped in hand, and an immediate shot to Jenkins with the goal.
I mean, well covered by Blob. They pulled extra defenders out to that open space and made sure everything was well covered on that near side. forcing Worldwide to go that long shot, and typically the play there is to get there in 2 or 3 passes, but Leo's just done it in one go. So 6-4. The Blob to receive with half happening at 7 this weekend. Games are to 13, so...
Yeah, Rory Liston there breathing a sigh of relief as that disc bobbles in and just says, oh, thank you very much, disc, for staying in my hands.
So if Blob take half, they'll sort of maintain a 2-goal lead coming out of half because Mr. Worldwide will be on offense to start the second half. So a break here would then potentially leave it as 7-6 coming out of half. So could be a bit of a 2-goal turnaround, a defensive conversion here. We're seeing them get blocks. They're getting their hands on it, but not converting.
Can you find out what's going on in the other semi? So Blob now working their way through, looking to take half. Comes across toward, that's a high shot. Too high for Kelly to snaffle down. And so Mr. Worldwide, they earn an opportunity here. Liddell wastes no time, immediately looks deep, but no one inside.
Not a great decision to that one. Vasquez and Brian Ward had the receiver under double coverage. Probably needed to grind that one a bit more further downfield before taking that shot.
Yeah, just a little bit more patience required from Mr. Worldwide as Blob get going. Oh, and almost a bid there in front of Lopez. And Gan now with the disc. She looks long, but the Cutters are having to get... Oh, and Flo with a fantastic layup. Bodies everywhere at the moment. So, oh, and Kelly gets herself free, but somehow well read. Ahead of 2 defenders.
Liu and Lee there, both to make a play on it, but the unpredictable flight path. Kelly just was facing it, had eyes on it, so was able to adjust better in the air. So another conversion chance goes begging for Mr. Worldwide. Blob can consolidate the O-hole to take half 7-4.
Yeah, they're in prime position at the moment and moving quickly for a gold medal match. We do have a semi-final match on the other field. That was with Southwest Ultimate against Southern Hills Ultimate Summit. So we'll be keeping a close eye on that one as it looks like...
We know it's either even or within 1. The last update we got was that Southern Hills were up by 1 break, but we've just seen a goal scored by Southwest, so that's either up 1 or even score.
Yeah, so tightly fought semi-final contest here. Make sure you stay tuned. Plenty more ultimate action from the Australian Mixed Ultimate Championships Division 2. We'll see you on the other side of half. are back for the second half in this semi-final matchup between Blob and Mr. Worldwide. Blob taking first half comfortably 7-4. Both teams very relaxed at halftime. That is a pull reception that has gone awry here. But Carpenter on this close sideline, they still maintain possession.
Flat mark here from Blob, stopping the huck game.
Forcing Middleton to come under, but just having to work it through the handler so far. They now eke one through. Van Berkel, centre field. Carpenter in support there, just to dish you back. Oh, and a big bid.
Bit of a collision in the middle of the field there. So Blob are forcing Mr. Worldwide to throw multiple passes here. Probably not, again, forcing me out of plan A, forcing him to improvise a bit. So I'd say it's advantage Blob at the moment.
Yeah, I think it's advantage all game so far. Oh, and that's just a missed throw there by Carpenter. That's too sticky, the gloves. Short field, Copland marked by Middleton.
Eyes on Osman, back of the stack, far left.
We've set a poach in the lane, so Carpenter's just going to sag in that space, but that's not going to deter Osman whatsoever, who had the wheels to go and attack that back corner.
Just had the match up in terms of game experience. Isaac Hart was playing right up on him, which you can't really do to those long fellas in the end zone. You've got to stand off him a little bit, give yourself time to react. And I think Osman recognised that, you know, if old mates, this is going to be a head fake one-way step around him, off he goes.
Yeah, exactly as you called, Simon.
Yeah. So 8-4 the score. Mr. Worldwide just with no answers on offense. Their A game is the long game, which is going to work, which would have worked pretty well for them all through pool play, but now they're actually up against a team that can effectively counter that. They just don't have a plan B.
Yeah, I think that's sometimes the perils of, you know, having a, I guess, smooth run, right?
Yeah.
You don't get challenged at all until the semi-finals, and then that, you know, you don't have to, you know, come up with different strategies and come up with some different looks. And so, yeah, just a little too late in the piece, I think, for Worldwide to get things coordinated. Free breaks down.
As we see, like, just looking back through their pool play results, you know, goals against 10, 8, 4, 7, 6, 7 compared to Blob 3, 1, 6. So they've just been in shootouts the entire weekend. It's just not paying off for them now.
So Worldwide, they've got three handers back at the moment against the Blob zone again. So working 1-2, but they make their way through that first line of defence well. Marsh comes across to Middleton. Marsh again. And just to this close sideline, so they do well to get it out. And another leading shot to Patterson. That's an easy score.
So Abby Liddell was playing deep for Mr. Worldwide then, and she just, at the right time, drew the Blob deep defender away, like what we call splitting the deep player. I think it was Brad Reeves, I think was playing out the back there. You can't cover both. What he should have done was come and cover the easier option. Abandon Liddell, because that's a harder further throw, and come more towards Patterson.
Plus, it also means that there's more time for your other defenders to help you out.
Yep.
You know, that longer throw, more time for your defender and help to get under it.
Yeah, he started coming, but just sort of got caught. And as soon as you're hesitating in that space.
And kudos to Mr. Worldwide, you know, the fact that they just kept the disc moving continuously up the field. It just meant that, you know, they got, the defenders got caught flat-footed.
Yeah. It's a much smoother offense that time, but
all the work to do indeed.
I've been saying it all weekend, Av. Offense can't win you games. It can only lose it. You need, like, defense wins games. You need breaks. And with an 8-5 score line with about 18 minutes till time cap, you need to close that margin down.
Nice pull to get things underway, though, by Liddell. Ward has to wait under it.
2-5 horror. Interesting.
Yeah, Vasquez now. Yoshida to the far side. Yoshida winding up for big one, but elects for the under. A nice one-handed grab there. Moriarty. Ward again. Upfield to Larry. Vasquez dances. Gets a small shot under. And a hammer over the top. And there's a 2v1, and the one wins out.
Sharkley knows what it's like to be on the end of a hammer throw, so knows what the opportunity looks like. Saw it out of the hand. Got himself to the fall of the disc first. Gets the turnover.
Ambitious hammer there by Vazquez, bringing out all the party tricks, but I don't think there was much separation or advantage to her throw, and that one's a turnover.
Yep. It's only one part of the equation is getting the block, but if you can't advance it, you're stuck. Easy one-pass score.
Yeah, 9-5 margin, probably too far given the shortened 60-minute games. And Blob in prime position to take a spot in this gold medal match. As we know, they have the semi-final on the other side. Callum Faulkner, you have an update for us.
Yeah, so SWU have held out. They've taken half-time against SHU. They're up one break, so the score is currently 7-5. SWU had many chances to break for half, unable to do so, so SHU still in the fight, only down a break. Our Ulti TV crew still fighting on.
And we know Mike Palmer will be cheering loudly for Southern Hills Ultimate Summit against Southwest Ultimate, SHU and SWU.
Yeah,
bit of a mouthful.
So it's my contention with geographic place names. If you just have cardinal direction in your name, it's not clear where you're from. So it's a battle of the South, but SWU, Southwest Sydney, Southern Hills, Southeast Adelaide.
And then we had Hill Summit as well.
Hill Summit as well. That's only to make things
even more
better.
complicated.
You've got to pick another feature of a hill, guys.
And Mr. Worldwide, get the offense underway here.
Flat mark again. They're stopping the huck game.
Yeah, so they've isolated the female matching players and the diving save, unable to reel that one in by Marsh. So they actually isolated the female matching players closer to the disc and the male matching players deep at that point. They had some good movement, but just small execution there again. Kelly to Bradley. Across to White. Punches that one. That one's going to go just on the line. He says it was in.
Time film calling in.
Hudson now swings to Copland. Kelly appears. Outline strike. That one's looked off, so he goes no go that way. I want you on the break side. He goes a almost vertical disc there to get it to Copland. And just a high release flick to the break side. Georgia Sullivan up with the score.
Georgia Sullivan's cutting fundamentals, meaning she keeps both feet below her. She's the only one out there not slipping. Like I saw about 3 or 4 players there just lose their footing because they're really lunging out with that back foot, and the ground is very soft. It's getting churned up thanks to the rain this morning. But Sullivan just chopped stop, kept both her feet underneath her, and just took off and had quick separation as easy as you like.
And that was Georgia Sullivan's effort on defense as well. That kind of caused that small throwing error.
I hope we catch you on the replays. We see Hudson keeping the toe in bounds.
Ooh, I think that one might have been on the line. But
that's all right. But
whatever the players saw live, that's what they're going to go with.
Yep. Great throw by Copland as well, out to her advantage.
Yeah, you saw Liddell closing hard, but because he had just put it to that break side, it meant that defenders were already out of position.
How Blob are working these turnovers is the flat mark means they're having to throw forward at 45-degree angles, and when you haven't got enough reps of that doing with your teammate, we're seeing them throw a little out of reach or a little under because they're just those 45 fading away from you throws. They're some of the hardest throws to do in Ultimate.
Yep.
And, of course, when the cutter's under defensive pressure, you've got no margin for error.
I mean, credit to Blob as well. They've been putting on some good defense, giving a variety of looks as well. They've looked very unchallenged and looking very ominous.
So they're giving them the huck now.
Dices one through. So, again, just the movement, not coordinated. They had nothing, and then they had 2 cuts going at once, but Liu now works up nicely at the sideline to Middleton.
Hale's got to get out of there.
Van Berkel's in the space, but they now put a body on. Carpenter, centre field. Nice movement from Mickael to get free of Osmond, but just turned as Carpenter through. So Wong, that is going to be a foul call.
Yep.
Immediately accepted.
Pure accident, that one.
Yeah, so just that error before. And just traps a foot under. So Wong brings it in on the far side. Osmond. Cutters have to make some ground up. He goes a long option. That one's spicy. But, oh, what a grab over the head. Turning over, spinning around. Fantastic grab by Ward.
He landed heavily there. Not surprising. That throw had plenty of gas on it, and everyone's sort of gone over just to check on him. It was a heavy landing. No one's really too worried about whether he was inbounds or out. We're first and foremost worried about his safety.
Yeah, it was turning both sides of the shoulder, trying to track the disc, and then in the end was almost like a circular sphere motion in the end. So big tumble there by Ward. But props for the effort. Oh, so landed on his shoulder.
Yeah, very, very heavy landing there. So
yeah, just I guess the way that he caught it, he wanted to secure the disc, and then because he already had that rolling momentum, it opened up his shoulder to impact the ground.
So a goal's been called. He's confident he had the feet down, and everyone's happy to accept that call. He has got
he's got
control. He's got it down. But yeah, just obviously going at that awkward angle means he has to take his full weight on the landing. So putting it on the line, Osman knows him a soft drink of his choice after that, because that throw had a bit of velocity to it, forcing that play, but incredible body control, incredible proprioception from Brian Ward there. 11-5 the score. 2 breaks in a row, so I think this one's out of reach for Mr. Worldwide. They're probably already starting to cast their eyes to the bronze medal game later on today. I think with some hardware on offer for the reward for that one, I think we'll be seeing them start to care more.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to softly call that one out.
Whatever it takes to have some fun.
That's
okay,
it.
you know?
That's it.
But they're getting dirty in the mud, getting some bits out.
Yeah.
Enjoying this beautiful Beenleigh weather, much warmer than the south, as you said. So making a bit of a holiday of the tropical Queensland.
We can start to see the cloud shifting away, some blue skies. So we'll get to enjoy that for our last few games. Evans to field the pull for Worldwide.
We've got 4 back Worldwide, so trying to work their way up. Liddell in the middle. Hale. Back to Liddell, this close sideline. So coordinating the cuts a bit better now. The Blob defense slow to catch up. So spread very wide. Forces Marsh to chase that one. Oh, that one's spicy. Too much for Hale.
It's those angled throws away from the cutter again. They're the hard ones.
Copland's all the way back. Flow, nice under and a bid by Marsh. Lipari just steps, and a long option is on all the way to Riona White. Takes a tumble for troubles.
I like Riona's angle of her cutting there. She started heading downfield, but realised Moriarty had drawn the 2-on-1, so started angling away from the thrower. And Lipari spotted it up, threw it out to her advantage. Just good team ultimate there, good awareness of what your teammate's doing, and not just creating that same space.
Yeah, and look, if that huck had come more towards the right side, she was there for the scraps, you know, as the disc is that outside in shape. So good positioning and awareness by Riona White to get that score, and some tippy-tansy feet as well.
Wouldn't mind seeing Blob start to put maybe some throws into their teammates' laps.
Yeah, make it a bit easier for themselves.
Some 240 catching rather than, having to hit the deck. But
yeah, it'd be interesting, potentially if Blob do take out the semi-final. They haven't been challenged in this one, whereas the Shu and the SWU semi on the other side is very hotly contested. So it'll be interesting to see how that intensity, how Blob come out to start. We said with these very short games, time cap at 60 minutes, you've got to come out firing. So, Blob got to also start thinking about the next game. And update from Callum Faulkner from the other semi-final. Cal, what you got for us?
Yeah, thanks, Av. So at the minute, both teams come out a half, happy to hold. So at the minute, it's 8-6 in the other semi in SWU's favour.
Thank you very much for that update, Cal. As we get back to this semi-final, Worldwide here on offence. That's a very low shot, and Middleton's not going to get there. So let off here for Worldwide. Blob, chance to take game.
They're starting to peak at the right time. I think they're starting to think about the gold medal game now, going, right, let's start playing how we ought to be playing this afternoon, because they know they're going to be coming up against a more drilled opposition, either of SW or SHU. They're going to really put this team to work, so I think they're starting to sort of find that gear now.
Yeah, you want to be like you say, peaking at the right time. This one was about building, and they've got a good roster, got some solid chemistry, and a nice shot goes. A lefty blade caught by Middleton. So, worldwide, take one back.
Liu has just gone, well, there's nothing really at stake for us anymore, so I'm just going to send this one express post to the back of the end zone. One pass offense. It's worked well for them to date. So why not go back to Old Faithful?
Beautifully done, just clears all of the stack, every single player on field. That back corner, no one else but Middleton was ever going to get there.
Of course, we've got 3 more games of action here on Ulti TV. The next game we're giving the medal games a bit later. We're going with a bonus game. We're not 100% sure who the opposition 2 opponents are yet, but we are going for a placing game further down the bracket to bring you more ultimate action live and free all weekend through Ulti TV, thanks to the Australian Flying Disc Association and the City of Logan. Of course, Beenleigh playing host to this event, about half an hour south of Brisbane. So up in sunny southeast Queensland.
And aside from the Australian Mixed Championships, we also have New Zealand Mixed Ultimate Championships this weekend as well. So there's so many streams. Make sure you get around it. Ulti TV here providing fantastic viewing for everyone. And a pull goes up from Worldwide. Wong's going to receive it. Blob looking to seal out this game to get into the gold medal. Flat mark by Worldwide, so having to go closer to the sidelines. White pierces one through the middle. So
We're almost closing up the middle of the field, forcing Blob to play down the flanks, but
and Wong squeezes that one up the close channel to Lipari, and Lipari pulls it down. Blob win the semi-final. They are through to the gold medal match.
13-6 in a dominant performance in the end. They just had everything covered on defense. Mr. Worldwide just did not have a plan B. No real counter-attack. And Mr. Worldwide's defense, they were able to generate the turnovers but just couldn't convert them, and that ended up being the story of the game.
As you said, it's really defense that wins games, and Blob's defense proving up to the task. But Mr. Worldwide, they're here to party, and they're going to be looking to try and win some silverware to bring home. They'll be in the bronze medal later on the stream. But make sure you stay tuned. So as the teams have a bit of a break here, we're going to go down into a different part of the bracket. And at 12:20 local time, which is in about 30 minutes, it's going to be a matchup between SPC and Adley's Ashes. But we do have the last part of the semi-final.
So we're going to go a bit of bonus coverage here. We're at the back of the end zone. We're going to spin around, bring you the closing action of this last game. So we've just seen Southern Hills Ultimate capture the score to go 8-all. Cal, you've been keeping eyes on this game. Sorry, I'm flushing me that, Mike.
It's been a very close tussle. I think Southwest Ultimate have managed to get up a break, but Shu getting a late one back. So it is even Stevens, Cal.
So Cal's
That's right. So Shu just then, we just saw them get the break back. So they've been down a break early in the game. Got it done very early on in the piece, and just then, just a uncharacteristic turnover in the handler space for the SWU O-line there, as
Bit of drama
Shu
as well.
able to capitalise. Yeah, we do have a white truck appearing in the background, so hopefully everyone is all right. It appears to be someone from the Frizz Besties Oblivion 5 to 8 bracket.
So a timeout call where the production team at Ulti TV here are fantastic at adapting as we go. So we are looking at a slightly different angle to what you're used to. We'll cover this as best as we can at the moment. Do we know? We're just trying to work out at the moment if time cap has been. We know it's around about the time cap.
Yep.
So we're just going to send Cal over just to find out a bit more intel. But we're looking at the grandstand finish for this one, Av.
Very exciting times when it goes down to the wire. Both teams, they know what's at stake. They've got a medal, gold medal on offer if they can get through this one. And SWU Ambush playing a very exciting quarterfinal matchup. And SWU, of course, we've already seen them on the stream as well, so some familiar faces on camera here.
Yep. So time cap we're still 57-minute mark in the game, so there's still 3 minutes left. And 8-all, you'd expect this point here would almost get us to time cap. So we're looking probably at a game to 10, unless we put this one in quickly. So
bring out some big lines here. Crucial point as the sun comes out from the clouds as well. So it is warming up, Simon.
Yep.
And it is a hot semi-final here. Shu versus Swu, the battle of the south.
Southern suburbs of each major city. In the white, that's Jeroen, Feng, Danita Ung. To Cracknell, he's got cutters heading away. Puts it out to the advantage of Celine Tar. Tar's got Upton heading towards the end zone, well covered by, I think, Harry Bucknell there. Puts it up over the top for Jeroen. He's got the jump, he goes up, and that's 9-8. And that's well before time cap. So as we projected there, they need to put this one on the board. It's given them a bit of an advantage here.
Very clean offense by Swu, as we saw in the previous stream as well. So they are tuning up and looking in prime condition for the last couple of games of this tournament. Swu ambush, very different results last year, but I think a few roster changes has meant that they've bolstered their squad. And I think they're looking in prime condition now. Of course, they're with the advantage of being up on the hold.
Yeah. So we've got a slight breeze. I'd say the wind's... where's that camera? We've sort of got the wind's coming towards the camera at the moment. So going from top to bottom is the breeze. So there's a slight downwind advantage, although Swu aren't going to struggle going upwind, but she'll be looking to... I mean, if they hold this one, we're expecting time cap to go any moment now. We're keeping our eyes open for the siren. Yeah, ears open, rather. Can't see the siren.
But you see some D-line threats in Fung, Weiser, Ung and Tar. So they have set out this D-line.
That's
they
the
want to
siren
get the
now.
break.
That's the time cap.
And that ball goes out of bounds, so Shu get to start off at the brick mark. It's a long way to walk disc up.
Free 20 metres there. So if Shu put this one in, it'll be universe. If Swu put this one in, then Shu will need 3 in a row to win. So crucial possession here. Oscar Turnbull being one of the stars of this tournament. They've got a very wide horizontal stack set. See an isolated cutter heading deep. Turnbull puts the shot up. Cracknell's got there for the advantage. Well bodied out. And oh, what a terrific grab there. That's an amazing catch. Fairly risky throw, throwing to double coverage, throwing to 2-on-1.
That is Dodson with the score. Just gets the read, gets the hops. Not troubled at all by the 2 defenders going up. And Shu a 1-throw score to bring it to universe point, Simon.
So Matthew Gordon there with the goal. We see him took a couple yesterday in the round of the quarterfinal matchup. But it's advantage here, Swu. This is it. 1 goal to go to gold medal. So we've got Turnbull, we've got Buckland. Gordon's going round for round 2.
Severin, Chong.
Got Roberts out there as well. Swu, 100 metres away. We can see Jeroen out there. We can see Cracknell. We can see Jake Upton.
Surely Anita Ung, I think, is there too.
Is she? I'm not sure. I think I can see Celine Tar. Oh, yep, Ung's there. And is a jump boy on the left.
Yeah, I think you called it, Simon. This is going to be a very interesting one. Oscar Turnbull has been a highlight reel this tournament.
If there's anyone who's going to make the play now, it is this lad. Pull goes up. That'll put him bounds. That'll put him in good field position. Jeroen to field for Swu. Sends this up. They've gone with a horizontal stack. Plenty going through the middle. Jackie Chong on the mark, doing a number. That's Pankhurst. Puts it out wide. Long options are on. Jeroen's going downfield, well covered. Pankhurst swinging wide to Upton. Upton looking deep. Everything well covered at the moment. Cuts have dried up. They're going to have to do well to recycle here. I think that's Leung. Taking her time. Huge bid there. The shot's on. Varun's gone deep. He's covered by Buckland. Turnbull's got the job up front. Varun's got the easy one. Buckland goes huge. Foul call. Bit of a clip on the arm on the way through, perhaps.
Look, it's worth a chat. Big stakes here. Swoo, they were just being patient, just having to go up the edges and then swing side to side. So the Shu really prioritising that midfield, just forcing the error here.
And good on both players. They've just sort of taken the breath. They both know our heart rates are up. It is Universe Pond. We're just going to both take a breath before we talk this out. So they're not going to hurry through it. Of course, no game advisors there, so not really looking at any time limits there. We'll get a look at the old pantomime hand action of what was happening. Of course, I mean, we're, 40-something metres away. It looked okay from here, but...
Very difficult to judge.
Yeah.
But a big way. Buckland getting up in a big way there. Try to get possession and snaffle this Universe point. So other players being asked for their perspective now.
Yeah, they're now asking for the sideline, I think. And Cracknell there had a very good look at it. You can see him in the white hat. Now he's doing the pantomime. I think we'll end up going back here. Usually if you have come to an agreement by now, we can't agree. And
in the context of the game as well on Universe Point, you know, taking it back is pretty fair both ways, I'd say.
Yep, contested seems about right. So we'll go back, but I wouldn't mind. I think Varun will probably sort of maybe jag under and head deep, and this becomes a one-shotter. Who's that in the backfield? I think it's Edie in the backfield there. He could be an up-the-line option as well. Looks lateral instead. Everyone's heading away. Pick called.
Oh.
Let that turn.
That's a turnover.
I think Jake Upton, he hasn't caught that. Great by Upton to just say that straight away. Nope, maybe not. We're sort of injury call. Injury call. Thanks, Av.
So the play does stand. The pick was called, but because Upton didn't affect his play on the disc and it was a turnover, that play stands. But then there's just been an injury call separate to that play.
Of course, Bucknell doing the team thing. He's saying, I want to get fresh legs on. He's demanded someone come to replace him, so that's incredible team play.
Oh, yeah, and, you know, he went up for a big defensive bid as well. Fair enough to catch a spell on the sideline.
And so we've got...
Jamboy subbing on.
Who's that that's come on? That's
Jamboy for Swoo.
Sam Tonkin.
Yep, 35, I think. All right, so Turnbull brings it in. Lots of heated defense on the dump by Varun.
Working it around. There's a forehand huck on if he wants it. Goes long. Right on the sideline there. Inside shot to Baden Hop. Turnbull's got the power position. No one's going deep though. Everyone's out on their feet. He's looking up at the end zone. He wants to put it. He'll have to recycle. Tonkin, great leading pass. His advantage is about halfway to goal now. Back to Turnbull. Nothing on the break side. He goes again. He's drifting downfield.
Turnbull just marshalling this through. He's got to remain patient. Big mark, just trying to deter those long options.
Still can't getting up.
Has to keep the eyes low, dump back. And they just swing it across shoot. They need to readjust the stack again. Quite far away, so the handler's just having to reset. They now get a nice break around to Turnbull, but no continuation on that break side.
There's nothing happening downfield.
It's pressure offense from Swoo, just shutting down any forward forays.
Gordon under tight defensive pressure, calls contact, gets a free reset of the stall count.
Chong now gets involved. She was a handy handler.
Lots of pointing, lots of open space. Wobbly throw there.
Oh, completely unmarked player as well. Severin.
Rush release there from Gordon.
Severin just took her eyes off the disc. Was waiting for, already waiting for the next play and thinking about it ahead of time before she secured that catch.
Pankhurst one out.
Varun looks for Pankhurst. Oh, and a bid. Not successful. Pankhurst still with disc, and she goes a big shot to Wisser. Visor. No, but that's defended.
Incredible. Gordon's made the play. He's had to go full stretch. He's hit the deck, and hasn't come up well, but he put enough for Wisser to have to worry about his toes and the disc. It's very hard to do two things at once. So another substitution for both teams. Jack Donaldson coming on.
Oof. So
Both rosters running incredibly deep. Anita Ung's come on as well. I'm not sure she's come on for Leong there, I think.
Leong, yep. There's yeah. So both teams have had opportunities, Simon.
Yeah. Yeah, with Donaldson on, you'd expect
Sole
almost
target.
a sort of route one.
Yeah.
Off he goes. Turnbull's picking it up from Coffin Corner. He's got Jake Upton on the mark. Upton will stand off a bit here, I think. I don't think he'll put
Yeah. We want to deter the big shot, right?
any physical pressure on him.
So all the way in their defending end zone. Tonkin looking, reset to Turnbull.
Donaldson's gone. There's a shot. It's over Donaldson's shoulder. Wisser gets up.
Visor with the defensive effort and a Selly to go with it. Another opportunity for Swoo. And
So many cutters just out on their feet here.
look, they went for the set play. It was a good
Yeah.
look, just not enough height on that one.
If you look in the middle of the field, we've got Pankhurst versus Chong. I think that's the key matchup
Yes.
here for Swoo. Jamboy. Ong, the fresh legs on, loses footing but keeps possession. Pankhurst. Ong doubling down. She's just doing what she wants at the moment. Visor. Upton's got both sides of the field to look at. Finds Anita on, continues downfield. And there we go, put it in.
That
Clean.
is a semi-final win for Southwest Ultimate on Universe Point. Multiple turnovers. They break the hearts of the Southern Hills Ultimate squad.
And it's fantastic. So many of the SWU players were straight over to the SHU players and saying that was like an incredible game. There is absolutely no hard feelings. Teams giving it their absolute all. It's what you want to see at tournaments like this. This is why you come to tournaments, to play those Universe Points, to play the games that matter. And so we're going to be fortunate enough to see both those later today on Ulti TV.
Yeah, make sure you stay tuned. Like we said, we still have 3 more games to tune into on Ulti TV. Next up, it is going to be 12:20 local time, so just 15 minutes away. We have Space and Adley's Ashes. Make sure you stay tuned. Lots more action from Ulti TV here at the Australian Ultimate Championships Division 2.
Ulti.tv.
Yeah.